Welcome back to Monday with the Mayor. I'm your host, Mayor Jody Carney, and we're continuing our conversation of the Village of Plain City's Parks and Rec Department with Ms. Linda Granger and Mr. Denton Kitts. One of the things that I try to inform the public about is the budget process, and that each individual department puts together their own budget of operations and planning for the following year. And so we're in that process right now with the budget being presented to council and looking over what are some items that Parks and Rec has in their capital improvement plan, some projects that we hope to bring to the public for next year.
Sure, that's a great question. Basically, Parks and Recreation did work on a Parks Master Plan back in 2018. We did get community input as to what the village residents would like to see, and so we use that as sort of our guiding framework for what we're going to be doing. So coming up this year, some of the projects that we're working on, a major one is actually a dog park. And I think there's going to be a lot of village residents that are excited to hear that. It's going to be on Jackson Street. And we have been working with an engineering company to get the estimates and get the framework worked out, looking at other dog parks. So we've been doing a lot of research as to what we should have in that dog park, what would be beneficial to residents and their dogs alike. So we're really excited about that. It's going to have parking, it'll have a water feature, and just some open play area for the dogs. So it will have a small and a dog large area. So we're super excited about that. That's a large project that we're working on for this coming year. In addition, we do have the across from McKittrick, we do have the nature preserve that we're working on and partnering with tolls, and we're going to be working on some prairie restoration and getting rid of invasives, and again providing another nice amenity, a natural area for the village. So,
and I think especially as you say community, and we talked about this in another Monday with the Mayor when I was talking with Council President James Sense about like our taxpayers in the village contribute to the budget of Plain City, but really we almost kind of have to take in the entire community, because if you're out in the township, you don't have those amenities. And so I know that has been like a growing struggle a little bit with our Parks and Rec department, because we want to supply recreation to the greater good, but at the same time, like, we have to make those tough decisions to make sure that we keep our residents in the forefront of our decisions too. So I know that's like that ongoing conversation that is being had, and how do you partner, how do you provide for so many people that are moving to this area?
It is, and I think folks get confused what a village resident is, because they think if they have a Plain City mailing address. But really, there is a defined boundary for the village, and you would receive a utility bill directly from the village. We have a problem of success, which is that as we provide really good, high-quality events at no cost, we do attract a lot of folks from surrounding areas. So we do different things, and we're embarking on different pricing structures for rental facilities, such as the youth building, the loft at Church Street, which is a great new rental location that we have. And trying to basically give village residents either a no cost or a price break, and then price differently for those outside the village, because as you said, Jody, village residents do pay taxes to support the operations of Parks and Rec and support these facilities. So that's an excellent point.
Let's transition to the end of 2023 here. So we have some of our big events. We have Fall Fest coming up, and also Christmas Under the Clock. So if you want to touch on those two events for our viewers, and then we can talk 2024.
Sure. I'll let Denton talk about Fall Fest. It's exciting, and Jody, you originally did, I think you alluded to earlier, I think you wanted to do it 1 year, and I think we had 3 or 4 weeks to plan, and I said, I don't think we can do that.
I'm optimistic.
You are. But no, it's great. It's a great event. It's at Pastime Park. It's completely free to the community. And we started out small, and we've grown. So we have a lot of fun events. Denton, name some of the things that we're doing at Fall Fest.
Yeah, so we're going to have Miami Valley Steam Thresher is going to be having hay rides for us. We've got a giant pumpkin carver, bounce houses, archery, axe throwing. We'll have a petting zoo this year. We've got our costume contest, which I think we've done every year. It's always a hard one with those little kids.
Yes.
And then we'll have our trick or treat alley, where local businesses and organizations come in and hand out candy to kids in costume. This year we're gonna have COSI come out with their COSI on wheels and do an activity for the kids as well. ODNR will be out there with their tent as well, doing some different activities too. And then we have food trucks and a whole bunch of craft vendors this year. It's been very popular. So
Yeah, we have over 40, about 40 craft vendors.
Oh my goodness.
So there's really something for everything, for everyone actually. So we're really excited for Fall Fest. We're deep into planning that now. We look forward to that. And at the same time, we're also planning for Christmas Under the Clock. That's a huge event. The community loves Christmas Under the Clock. It's held in Uptown. So we actually close down the streets, and there's all sorts of things. This year we're bringing back the reindeer.
Oh, that's exciting.
It is.
Yes.
There's going to be live reindeer there. The businesses will have open houses. They'll have goodies for the community. The real Santa Claus will be there again.
Yes, he is always welcomed at our tree lighting and to be there. And also one of the items that you had talked about, Christmas Under the Clock and Fall Fest, that is a free community event. But there are things like the craft vendors, the food trucks that people
Sure.
can bring. They need to bring cash or card to participate in some of those items, but the majority of it, you can attend the event and it's still free.
Absolutely. No admission cost to get in.
Yes.
And I personally felt that that's really important for the community, particularly for our village residents, that, we take in tax dollars and then we give back those tax dollars in the form of great events and great parks. So we are continually marching towards improving not only our parks, we've done all sorts of projects. We just put a concrete floor in the cattle barn, for instance. So that's been a great venue to improve for music in the park, for instance. And that's a completely free event every Sunday night, basically throughout the summer. So we really are trying to improve our facilities and our events for our village residents.
Wonderful. So we have those coming up here in October and December. 2024, what I know we're thick in the planning of it, putting it together, but I know we try to put the events calendar out in January to the best of our ability to say, but what are some big things coming up for this next year?
Well, I think we're going to have a very similar slate of special events, of course. The Hallmark events, 4th of July, things like that, music in the park. Those events don't necessarily change too much. We try to improve them as we go along, of course. Bluegrass and Barbecue is an exciting one that we do right around Memorial Day. Every year we grow that a little bit. We have more acts. So that's one that we'll work on. Again, another completely free event to the community. We do a senior walking program that's been very popular. We're hoping we can provide that again this year. We have a generous allowance to use the ball house. The seniors love that, so they can walk in a safe, warm environment. And beyond that, we've got a few tricks up our sleeves for new special events next year, whether it's Fly with the Falcons, different events, natural events that we like to give to the community and really engage the kids. We partner with the library on some events. We partnering with COSI. So we've got a few things that are going to be exciting for next year.
And one of the big events that's coming to not only Ohio, but really the central Ohio region is April 8th is the solar eclipse. And so I know that we've been in some early conversations about that event and not sure what our activities will be that day, but I know that we're in the process of getting some things planned for that big event because it's
Definitely.
really, I think Union County is kind of going to be in that direct path, and so Plain City is on board for the eclipse.
We are excited for that. We have purchased some solar eclipse glasses.
Okay.
So we'll be sharing with the community how to obtain those. I'm sure we're going to have a partnership with the library as well. So we'll definitely be putting information out. And speaking of information, we constantly encourage folks to download the Free Village app.
Yes.
That is a great communication tool. Parks and Rec constantly pushes out information on the app. So if you haven't done so, just go to your app store. It's free. Just do a search for Plain City, Ohio, Police and Government. It's a small green icon. Download it, and you'll find lots of great information that's fed directly to our residents.
And that has been a great added tool that I can't can't commend the work that staff has done on keeping that updated and sending out to let our residents know. Well, thank you, Linda and Denton, for joining me on Monday with the mayor. Appreciate your time and information that you have shared with the public about Parks and Rec in Plain City. Until next time, thank you and have a great day.